Okay, guys, this is podcast number 4. Welcome back, guys. I'm still a little bit congested, but I'm feeling a lot better. But I'm feeling even better because we have an amazing guest with us this podcast. We have Micki Stark, guys. If you guys know Micki Stark, the man, the myth, and the legend, he's here, guys. You want to say hello?
Hello. Pleasure to be on here.
Pleasure to be on here, dude. I'm actually, I have to be honest with you, Micki. I am so excited that you're here. I've been wanting to have you on for a while now because we've only been friends this year.
Yes.
Right? And literally like kind of towards the end of this year too. It hasn't really been like the entire year. Like we knew each other, but like we weren't like on like a talking basis.
Yeah, that's right. That's fair to say.
Is that good to explain?
Yeah, that's fair to say.
Okay. So I want to go ahead and start this off, and I usually start off the podcast with talking about student athletes. And you're a student athlete yourself, and you play golf, correct?
Sure. I kind of on and off.
On and off golf. We'll take it. Student athlete or not, I just kind of want you to talk about when you started golfing, even if it's not like a big part of your life, but like when you started golfing and kind of what makes you enjoy it.
So I've been golfing for a while. When I moved from Chicago in 2011, and I used to play golf every summer, obviously because it's snow, you can't really play during the winter. And then I played for a while, wasn't really any good out there. And then we moved here and we like happened to live on a golf course, which is like super nice actually. And like, it was kind of just on and off, I played for fun every once in a while. And then, I heard that Maranatha, was starting a golf team. So I thought, hey, don't really want to do PE. So
exactly.
So I thought, golf would be a good way to spend my time. Mm-hmm. And, it's also like super relaxing and like, it's pretty fun to do. I really enjoy it.
Yeah. I went golfing with my cousin and I'm a lefty, but...
I'm a lefty too.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's perfect, Micki. I have to go golfing with you because every single time I've gone golfing, I've had to use right-handed like golf clubs. And literally, like, that's the reason... Well, I'm probably bad in general, but I always blame it that I'm using right sticks, and that's why I'm bad.
No, like, it's super hard to find lefty clubs.
Oh, I bet, yeah. No one... Because majority of people are probably right-handed, right? That play golf.
For sure.
Does it have an advantage? Does being left-handed have an advantage or not necessarily?
I think I do because right-handed golfers, when I'm playing against, other schools, they can't really see what I'm doing. They can't really, try to copy what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So if there's something that's like working well for me, they can't really mirror what I'm doing.
It. That's really clever.
But then it's kind of like, you also have like the con to that, where it's like I can't, mirror other people. So I kind of help myself, but
at the same time, you can't really help yourself if someone's killing.
Yeah, but people can't help. People can't like benefit off me, which is
exactly,
nice.
Which is nice.
Yeah, it's nice. It's a nice thing to have.
Yeah, that's crazy, dude. So golfing, you said golfing's not like a big thing.
Golfing's more like a hobby. It's like a nice thing that I could see down the road. With business and stuff.
What kind of what are you passionate about? What intrigues you? Like every day you wake up, what is something that will always excite you no matter what? Like that you're doing or understanding.
I like traveling a lot. Traveling a lot is fun for me. But kind of like on like a day-to-day basis, like I'm a pretty laid-back guy. I like to go with the flow a lot as much as I can.
And just like hang out with people and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Sure.
Where are all the places you've traveled? Is it like a list? Is it like hard to...
it's a list.
Okay, then how about we do like highlights? Let's do like top 5. If you had to pick 5, I wouldn't say favorites necessarily because I know it's really hard to pick favorites when it comes to travel, but just like the 5 where you enjoyed them like genuine and like you remember them genuinely and stuff like that.
Bora Bora was fun. We went there about, I want to say 3 years ago for Christmas.
Okay, where's Bora Bora?
Bora Bora is west eastern, like island, like
gotcha.
French Polynesia.
Yeah.
Like kind of weird place. Like it's like if you go west of like Argentina.
Yeah, I kind of get it. I kind of get the gist of it. Yeah.
So that was fun. It's just a cool vibe. Everyone in my family except my mom dives. And that's like a like ideal like diving location.
That's great.
Just all like super beautiful scenery also.
I bet, yeah.
And 2, I would say, well, my grandparents live in Switzerland, so we always go there like once a year.
Yeah, that's like my dream place to go. Is Switzerland.
Really?
Yeah, I want to go there at least one time before I die.
Switzerland's just nice because like the nature aspect.
It's beautiful.
There's just like a lot to do and like the people are like much nicer. The food's much better and like you keep yourself busy and it's kind of nice to be kind of out of like all like the general gist. Like America.
Do your grandparents live in like a smaller community or is it more like a big city in Switzerland?
It's a small city.
Small
It's a
city.
small like suburbs outside Zurich,
Okay.
which is like one of the main areas.
Yeah.
3 would probably be Spain. A couple years ago, we went with the school to Spain. And that was pretty fun. They kind of really pushed me outside my comfort zone.
I bet, yeah.
Because it's one thing, you go to Washington, but it's like another thing to go to like another country.
A completely different country. Was that your first time out of the country?
No.
Or was that just like...
I've always been going like out of the country, to visit like family and stuff.
Yeah, but that would be with your family. Was this like the first trip where you went with the school and not?
That's like the first time I went out of the country without my parents.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right.
That was like last year when I was 17. So, like that was
and you
fun.
like that? That was a good.
I loved it.
That was a good trip.
Like it's a nice break.
Yeah.
And then 4th would probably be Italy this year.
Okay. Yeah.
That was super great. Just kind of the aspect of being in Italy, and like you learn so much, and like the food's right there. But then I also feel like I grew like a lot with like people there.
Okay. Yeah.
Like I got like
lots of
opportunities
good
that like other people didn't have,
Mm-hmm.
which I thought was like pretty cool.
Yeah, that's
like
crazy.
I have like friendships now that I'm still super close with.
Yeah, and also like in Italy, you get to see like all the cool places that you see in movies and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
I feel like that's cool to see like all those things in real life. Yeah, I've heard like a lot of people on that Italy trip just got like really close with each other, and you still have like some of your closest friends that you met at Italy.
Yeah, like
Things
Lauren,
like that.
Vanessa, Cameron.
Exactly. Yeah, that's incredible.
Yeah.
Do we have one more? Do we have one more place? I think we have one more place.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
Probably Iceland.
Iceland.
Iceland's
Talk
been
to
my
me about
favorite.
Iceland.
It's been my family's favorite for a while. And there's just it's new, it's up and coming,
Mm-hmm.
but it's my favorite place to go.
Is there not a lot of tourists there?
There's a lot of tourists now.
Okay.
It's up and coming, like it's
Yeah.
a new spot.
Yeah. Do you know any like secret spots? You don't have to tell us, but just like, do you know like secret spots in Iceland or any places that you travel that like
There's
not a lot of tourists now?
There's a cool city if you go up to northern Iceland.
Okay.
There's a city called Akureyri. Like it's really weird.
Okay.
And then if you go west from there, there's a city that's name is Siglo, which is like a town of like 1,500 people.
Oh,
And
small.
it's just like
okay.
super small, like little
Yeah.
fishing village, which is like cool to see.
Yeah.
And you're kind of just like out of like the main like hustle and
Mhm.
bustle.
Mm-hmm. That's great. So those are some good spots in Iceland, or those two.
Yes.
That's crazy. Yeah. Iceland and Switzerland have been on my to-do list for sure. I feel like both of them are just like not a lot of people go there. Do you know anybody besides you that's gone to Iceland and Switzerland, besides like family members and stuff? Like, I'm trying to think of anyone at our school that's gone, but
Not anyone at my school. I know a couple of people that have gone to Zurich, but like kind of stay, in the main like touristy
the main
spots.
spots. Yeah.
The spots generally where we go in Switzerland are outside, the city because like, we go for family.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, we're not like really doing touristy stuff
No,
there.
you're staying there with your family.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. You talked about diving.
Diving, yes.
You love diving. Or no, I wouldn't say a lot, but you do diving here and there.
I've been diving for a long
while. What certification do you have now?
I have something called advanced open water. So I started I started diving when I was 6 or 7.
That's
just
crazy.
doing like,
Like baby suit and everything, like baby tank, or like
no, like regular tank.
just
and
fit on your. Isn't it like the size of a 6-year-old?
yeah, it's but you're in the water, so
Oh,
you
so
keep
it's
your
less
tank on.
weight. So
Yeah.
it's heavy, yeah.
So I've been doing, pool stuff for a while, and then I kept doing that. And then when I was 10, I got my first, like my junior certification, which like meant I was allowed to go in the ocean.
Yeah.
And then a year later, I did my open water certification. And then a year or two later, I did advanced open water, which, every level you go up, you can go deeper pretty much.
Deeper in the water, yeah.
It's just like, safety reasons and stuff.
No,
obviously.
yeah. And like being able to understand pressure and all that fun
Yeah,
stuff,
of course.
right? Yeah.
And then I want to say like around a year ago, I got my dry suit certification
Okay.
for Iceland. Actually, we went diving in Iceland.
So you need a certificate or like a verification to wear the dry suit, or to do dry suit diving.
To do dry suit diving, because wetsuit obviously, like from surfing and
Mhm.
stuff,
Yeah.
is like full body, like you're like it's pretty much like just like jacket.
Yeah. Exactly.
But
Yeah.
a dry suit, you have cuffs on your arm and then around
Okay.
your neck, and then you're like wearing like thermals under.
Because there's no water.
There's
comes
no
in, right?
water in,
Yeah.
so when you go down, you have to work on like pressure and stuff.
Yeah. Exactly.
So that's like another thing that you're adding to the equation.
understanding. Oh, okay.
That's
that
really
makes sense.
That's typically for like colder
Ice
diving.
water, yeah.
Yeah. So like Iceland, I think was like 34 degrees.
Oh my gosh.
It's quite cold. I'm not a
Oh,
cold
I
person.
bet, yeah. Do you have any fears when you go diving? Like, is there like, do you even think about like sharks or anything that could potentially do any damage to you when you're underwater?
No, sharks is an issue. Actually, in winter, we're going bull shark diving.
Oh, okay.
Which is a little bit out of my comfort zone.
What is bull shark diving?
Bull sharks are like the biggest, not the biggest, other than like great whites, like the biggest sharks, and generally like have like the most attacks per year.
Oh, great!
And it's supposed to like key you into be like they're not that dangerous and stuff, but like you're not in like a cage or anything, which is like a little bit. So you're exposed, and like, the guys like feeding it, so like that's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, that's weird.
But with fears, not really. The only fears that I've had diving was when I was, I want to say 12 or 13, only diving for like, certified for like a couple years. I did something in Mexico called a cenote, which is a cave dive.
Okay.
So, one of the things that scared me is like, if you have any issues, you can't go up.
Yeah, because it's stuck overhead, right? Yeah,
you have to go like swim like
down.
10 minutes to get out, to go up.
Yeah.
So like, crap hits the fan, you're kind of...
You're screwed, kind of.
Yeah, you're kind of screwed.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
just a tiny bit screwed.
Yeah, just a tad bit.
That's crazy. Diving, I feel like diving is just... I feel like if you know how to dive, it's just a great experience to go out and do it.
It's definitely like... But the weird thing is, I don't like the beach.
Oh, really?
I don't like going to the beach. I don't like, going in like the ocean and stuff.
Yeah, but diving, you're okay.
Diving, like, where I'm not covered in like sand and that kind of crap.
Yeah, okay. So it's like a nitpicky type thing. Do you think?
Yeah.
Would you call it that? Or did you just? It's just not.
No,
I'm
just not a beach person. Like I love swimming. Like I love being in the pool. I just don't like being sandy.
Okay. No, I can respect that for sure. What you're going to college soon? Where are you going?
I'm going to college. I'm attending the University of San Francisco.
University of San Francisco. San Francisco, beautiful city.
Yes.
Lots of homeless people, unfortunately, but still beautiful city.
It has its parts.
It has its parts.
Yeah.
Do you know what are you studying in?
I think I'm going to be studying marketing, or at least like something business related.
Okay, yeah, for sure.
And I'm not sure what I want to minor in.
Okay. Do you kind of have like an idea on what you want to do when you grow up, or is it still just like a general?
I'm going with the flow. I'd like to, eventually, as everyone else wants to do, start their own company.
Yeah.
Kind of just waiting for the idea to hit me yet.
For the idea, for sure. No, yeah, I get that. Just tell me something that not a lot of people know about you that is just a little unique thing.
Unique thing.
Little unique thing.
Not a lot of people know that I'm actually I would consider myself like a pretty adventurous person.
Okay.
I don't really have a tendency to say no to things.
That's good.
Which I kind of like about me.
Yeah.
I kind of live by the motto. I always try everything at least once.
That's good. Yeah.
It's like like if you can't like it, or like if you don't like it or something, you can change that about yourself.
No, yeah, I see that. So you just go with the flow and try everything is just like a great way to. That's how you just live your life, right?
Exactly.
Have you ever had an experience where, you've gone with the flow of something and then immediately regretted it?
Yes.
So many times or just a few times?
Well, it's like different situations.
Okay, yeah.
Like one of the things is like when I like going to flow, but I also like, kind of leading.
Yeah. Okay,
so
that makes sense.
I have a tendency to tell people when they're wrong about things.
Of course.
And it's putting that trust into other people. It's like, hey, you're not going to lead me into like a wall or something. Putting that trust and like, sometimes there should be a healthy balance between leading and being a follower. And stuff.
At the same time.
It's like where you want to put that balance is like up to like people have different places of like where they feel comfortable.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Do you have a certain part, like let's say you're going diving on like a new route for the first time?
Yeah.
With like an instructor or something. Is there a point where you go from doing what you kind of want to do, not necessarily like not listening, of course, but like when do you draw the line to like, okay, like I have to now listen instead of do what I know?
Well, the way I go into that thing, like into those situations is like, especially with like diving like is a situation where things can go very wrong very fast.
Yeah.
So I kind of, obviously I have lots of respect for who we go diving with, because they've gone on like thousands of dives. So I let that's like a situation where I let them lead, because I know that what they're doing is they know what they're doing, and it's safer for me, it's safer for everyone else that I'm diving with to go with them.
Yeah.
But within reason, I kind of I like doing my own thing within reason. If we're going down reef and stuff, kind of zigzag a little bit, go up, go down a little bit, kind of just where I feel comfortable with. Because something that's very important about diving is obviously being within your comfort.
Yeah.
Being within your comfort zone. And if you're out of your comfort zone, then you
tend to forget different important.
Well, a big thing about diving is how much air you can use, because you really have half an hour of air, and it really depends. If you're stressed out and not comfortable, you're gonna be using a lot more air.
Yeah, because you're taking more breaths and stuff, heart rate's up, and
which causes your dive not to be as long, which sometimes sucks.
Yeah, for sure, especially if you're doing a close to 30-minute route, right?
Yeah,
if it's something cross, you're barely making out of it. And
that was one of my issues, as when I first was diving, working on breathing and stuff. Breathing is very important, and then buoyancy. If you're going up or down, you want to be at a level thing. So, try to use your arms as less as possible, the least amount possible.
That's so interesting. That's crazy. All right, well, I'm gonna try and jump out of diving, because I don't know, maybe the viewers hate diving or something. So we're gonna step into another little conversation. How many have you moved? Quite a bit.
I've only moved.
Physically lived somewhere.
I've moved from Chicago. Chicago's about it.
Okay, how long were you in Chicago for?
11 years.
11 years. Okay,
Yes.
when did you move here?
2011. So I was born in Chicago, lived there till summer of 2011, and then moved.
So would that be is that middle school for you?
I moved in at the end of 5th grade in Chicago.
Okay, so for that transition, was that a hard transition for you, or was it pretty easy?
Well, it was pretty difficult, because it was cross country and stuff. That wasn't I didn't necessarily understand why we were moving at the time.
Yeah.
And that kind of threw me in a loop. But with friends and stuff, obviously it's difficult to leave friends and stuff.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
But looking back on it, I'm much happier here. I love San Diego.
San Diego's better than Chicago, or
yes,
for sure,
100%,
for sure. What part of Chicago did you live in? Did you live Central Chicago?
North Shore. So if you're looking at Chicago, it's north of the city.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
Yeah. Nice city.
Yeah. What is one thing that I know you were only there for your elementary school years, but what is one thing that you like here a little bit better than Chicago? Besides obvious things like weather and people and stuff like that. What is something a little unique about San Diego that makes it different?
Something I like about San Diego is everyone's a lot more laid back here.
Okay, yeah.
And people in Chicago have a tendency to be very entitled and very prejudiced about things.
Okay.
And if they don't have it their way, then they throw fits about
yeah,
it.
Okay,
they call them their lawyers.
They're always right? That type of factor.
Yeah, and if they're not right, then they hire someone to make sure that they're right.
Yeah. That's a bummer.
It kind of sucked. I visited friends last week, just confirmed, I like this place better.
Good. The second thing I wanted to be talking to you about was you have a really, really nice car.
It's fair to say.
I generally enjoy your car. You have a Mustang?
Yes.
Right? Do you know what year it is?
It's a 2016 Ford Mustang EcoBoost.
Ford Mustang EcoBoost. Can you tell us, just are you a car guy, or is that just a little...
I'm a car guy. I've been a car guy for a while. Ever since I can remember as a little kid, I used to collect, those die-cast cars.
Yeah.
And I still have all of them in my room. I used to go, the car shows. I've never really been to a car meet, but I'm always open to that kind of stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
It always amazes me, what comes out of these, manufacturers that
Huge,
produce $3, $4, $5 million cars.
That's insane.
Which is crazy.
What's your dream car?
What's my price point?
You got none.
If I'm
this is what we'll do. We'll do one if you had no limit, unlimited money, and then the other one would be if you had a small company, let's say a $100,000
okay
range, and then unlimited.
What kind of car? A sports car?
Just whatever car you think you'd buy with $100,000.
Okay, with $100,000, I'd probably buy, if I'm living by myself and single,
just
or
by
like have a
yourself,
wife or something, but like no like kids or anything, I'd probably get like a Mercedes.
Okay,
I generally think that they make like really nice cars.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Like all around like really good like bang for your buck cars. If I did have a family, probably still like a Mercedes or like a Porsche, but like an SUV though.
Porsche,
yeah.
Okay, and then no limit whatsoever. What would be your go-to car?
Probably a Koenigsegg. It's like a Swedish manufacturer that makes like $3 million cars, and they're absolutely crazy. And then probably if I had a family, I would probably get like a Bentley SUV.
For that really expensive car, do you know like why it's so expensive? Like, is it just like
it's like all handmade pretty much.
Oh, okay.
So it's like that's what like super fast.
That's what makes
I think it can hit like 280 miles per hour.
Jeez,
like,
that's insane.
If you think about that, like it's absolutely crazy.
280 miles.
Yeah,
that's crazy. Yeah, that's insane. I think the last question I kind of want to end up with is, so your dad has a pretty big business, right? He's a owner of like a pretty huge, I wouldn't say like just like a good company. Is there anything that you've experienced having like such a busy father that might have not many people would know about, or something like that?
Well, one thing that I always credit my dad to is like even though he is super busy, he works like from like he gets up at like 5 and doesn't get home till like 6:30 every day, and like especially like not when he's traveling either. He's always done a very good job of managing time, and always making sure that me and my siblings, my mom, didn't feel like we were kind of like left behind. And stuff. So like all credit to him. I love what he does.
Yeah, he's watching this right now, by the way. Is he? Yeah, he's listening in.
No, like he does a good job. I'm really proud of him.
That's good. That's good, man.
He does like a good job managing like everything.
I bet. No, that's crazy. Yeah, that was honestly, that was one of my favorite podcasts that I've ever done.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I mean, don't tell anybody else.
Jake, if you're listening.
Jake, if you're listening,
he doesn't love you as much.
I'm sorry, Jake, Kane, and Sean. I'm so sorry, but like this has honestly been an amazing podcast. Okay, I'm gonna go over the sponsors real quick. We are sponsored by Good Vibe Media, which is my half company, and they pay for everything here. They're gonna pay our guest with a lemonade. So
perfect.
Yeah, you got paid. The lemonade is good, right?
Lemonade is good.
Not bad. A little sour. Simply does make a little sour of.
I know, but it's better than being sweet all the time.
Exactly. And our second sponsor is Locked In Tight, which is a surf company that's on the run. Shout out to you, Noah, for sponsoring this video. Thank you so much. Can you just give the viewers or the listeners a little words of wisdom? Something that ended off, just something, maybe it's a quote that you heard or just something that's been on your mind that you really want people to kind of know. Just anything.
Well, a quote, I forgot who it's by, but it says, "A good man can lay a foundation with bricks others have thrown at him."
Ooh.
Which I think is kind of like, cool. It's like, you're taking what people are hating you on for, like,
and using it to your advantage to
exactly
make something supportive for yourself.
So that's a quote that I've always loved. I use that a lot for like different things.
For sure.
Advice, I'd probably just say be yourself, be adventurous, push yourself.
Step out of your comfort zone.
Exactly.
For sure.
You make the best stories, make the best friends by going outside your comfort zone.
It's crazy. All right, thank you so much, Micki.
Thank you for having me.
I hope you enjoyed coming here. I'm gonna try and upgrade soon, and if I upgrade, I will definitely have you on the podcast again. But this has been an amazing podcast.
Appreciate it.
Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
All right, we'll see you guys later. Peace out.